Well, hello, everybody. My pickles, my snowflakes, my turtles, my no matter what club members. How are you? Here we are. It's bright out and it's 6 a.m. I guess this means it's spring, even though it's 42 degrees here. Shoot me now. It's like, oh. But anyway, that's not why I'm here to complain about the weather because it doesn't matter if I complain or not. It's going to do what it's going to do, which is the same old, same old. Anyway, how are you doing with your keto, your carnivore, your carnivish? My question to you today, how would you grade yourself on your food program? How would you grade yourself with your overall food program and how you approach each day with what you're doing? You know, there's that saying that when you know better, you do better. And sometimes I think that that's not so true. You know, I know there's certain things that I probably should change, should do without, should add in, should take out, should tweak. Um, but I don't. I don't drink black coffee. I still like some sweetener in my coffee. I use Zyla, and I use the Keto coffee creamer, and I like it. It's like it's not a guilty pleasure. It's a small pleasure, I guess, in my day. And I usually have 3 cups a day, sometimes two, but most likely 3 cups a day. And then I have my OMAD, and I like my OMAD. Now, I know a lot of you always feel the pressure that you should go from 2MAD to OMAD. You don't have to. You need to find what works for you. That is N equals 1. We are our own experiments. And so this isn't a competition. This isn't a big comparison thing with other people just to get there, that rush, that thing that for me settled in around junior high and continued for decades, you know, always comparing myself to other people by, you know, what I looked like, what I ate, how much I weighed, you know, a better job, how much I made, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's crazy because we all have our places where we're very, very fortunate. And we never doubt for a second that, you know, this isn't one of our little gifts. And then sometimes on a bad day, we might see everything as just, you know, a raining, you know, on us. And it's just not fun. And how come everybody else gets all the breaks? It's not always that way. You know, I don't know if it evens out. I don't know if karma is a bitch, but you know, we all get what we get. And that's how it is. And I guess, you know, in the 12-step world, they say, you know, tough it up, you know, toughen up and pull up your big girl panties and your big boy boxers and just approach it and deal with it, especially if you feel, you know, overwhelmed with all of it. There's only one way out of it. It's not like you can go to sleep and wake up and it's better. Although sometimes if you're sleep deprived, it can feel like it's better. It feels like there's more space in your head to come up with solutions, you know. But I know that for me, keeping my food safe and structured and what works for me is what keeps me it gives me a chance. You know, if I am messy with my food, I guarantee you my home is messy, my head is messy, my clothing is messy, my car is messy. You know, everything is just kind of messy. And I don't like that feeling of rushing through everything and having it just be messy. You know, catching your tail. I like to have my tail in my hand when I plan my day. Do you know what I mean? And so I keep my food at a place where it's like it's the given. You know, I think I plan my food before I plan what I'm wearing for the day, but both are equally important to me. I do have a natural sense of prioritizing, which I guess is a gift. You know, I know that I need to plan. And so my chronometer is as much a menu posting as it is, you know, just looking at what my foods add up to for calories and macros. Not that it matters. I'm still going to have what I'm going to have. I'm getting very good at judging what works for me with my satiety and, you know, how much meat, slash eggs I have every day with my OMAD makes a difference. I'm used to it. My weekends, it's the pizza, it's the big green egg with a steak and a very small serving of veggies. Monday through Friday, it is meat and eggs and some cheese. And that's it. Pretty much carnivore, except for the 1 tablespoon of chopped green onions that just adds a little, don't you know, je ne sais pas to my meal. And so I guess when you know better, you do better. I think when you know better, the seed gets planted. The seed gets planted in your head for what it is that you need to work on. Is it like working out more? Is it, I did an interview and I asked John in the interview, IF Your Keto. I asked him, I said, have you lost all the weight that you want to lose? And he said he's not really thinking about weight to lose and the scale. He's thinking more about his physique and has he attained the shape and his physique the way that makes him feel comfortable. And I thought that was a great answer. And so, I'm not into bodybuilding, but I do know that there's a certain way that I like my clothes to feel on me and to look on me. And I don't like the stuffed sausage look with my pants. And so, my weight is shifting. My thighs my thighs and upper arms are just like, deal with it, sister. And so I dress around them, unless I had some skin removal surgery, they're just going to stay the way they are. So, I upped my size of pants just to be more comfortable. I don't like looking with the VPL, remember VPL, visible panty line. And so that's how I deal with it. Do I feel like I should have the scarlet, A on my forehead for going up a size? No, it's what looks better. Plus, I'm 68, so a stuffed sausage look isn't. Yep, it's there. Isn't what is always an attractive thing on an older woman. So I try to dress with a little bit more class and awareness. So I believe the seed planting comes with knowing better, and it might take a while. If you have those little blue, pink, or yellow packets, maybe it's that. Maybe it's diet soda. Maybe it's chewing gum, and then you catch yourself in a reflection and you go, oh my, that's not attractive. So trying to quit, cutting back. For some people, they rip the Band-Aid right off. I did it with alcohol and cigarettes and sugar and grains. But the other stuff, the stuff that remains, the nice small little pleasures like coffee my way, remains. I know better, but I still enjoy it. And so that's how I do it. Same with the keto pizza. Is the keto pizza the most nutritious thing I can have on a Saturday afternoon? I don't think so. It's not salmon with, a little broccoli spear with some butter melted on both. No, it's just something that I have. It keeps me sane, content, satiated, comfortable. It's almost like an antibiotic that keeps me away from food porn and being attracted to that and thinking that that could work out. Because I know that on Saturday, I'll have my keto version of my carnivored keto version of pizza. No vegetables on it. It's just a mighty lot of different slices of meat. It's not meat heavy, but it's meat variety heavy. I have a lot of different meats. I always get them sliced very thin at the deli. And so it's just one of those things. So sure, I know better about a lot of things, Once Mike got to me about the oxalates in spinach, that was it. That was another rip the Band-Aid right off. Plan B. Once I realized that the lettuce was causing me gut disorders and just, things that just weren't working for me, it went. And so some things are a lot easier than others. And so We all have our hold on tos until we're ready to give them up. But once the seed is planted, you know, when you watch a video and somebody brings up something and you go, oh, yeah, I said I was going to work on that. You know, I see that a lot with Torani syrups. A lot of people have them and enjoy them. And then suddenly they realize this might not be my best choice. Maybe I should work on giving it up. And it's funny that the three things that I mention are sweet, you know, the packets of artificial sweeteners, the diet sodas, and the Torani syrups. It's just kind of funny that some of us still remain addicted to our sweet tooth. For me, it's the sweetened coffee, but it's not ridiculously sweet. It's just how I like it. It's blonde and it's sweetened. And so for me, my appetite, my goes towards, you know, a beautiful piece of meat with a pat of butter on it, whether it's slow roasted, round roast in the crock pot, or it's a steak like the one that we had from Whole Foods with all the marble in it, all that little tiny like wagyu beef from Japan. That's what it looked like. Or a burger. You know, as you know, I'm in love with my burgers. So much so that, yes, indeed, that is what I'm having today. So I do utilize my chronometer as not only for the numbers, but for the ideas of what I'm having so I can space it out. Like I made the beef in the crock pot, so that's tomorrow's meal. Today's meal is a burger. Wednesday, filet mignon. Thursday, kind of wrapping up what's left, maybe a pork chop, and Friday is eggs, cheese, bacon, and sausage. Just works. So, what am I having for my macros today? My calories are 1,110 calories. My protein is 90 grams of protein. My carbs total never net are 2.4. And my fat is 80.6. And as I said, I'm having a 9-ounce 85/15 grass-fed burger. I'm having 2 strips of bacon. I'm having a tablespoon of bacon grease, a tablespoon of butter. That is all cooked in. I carve out a little nest to put the egg. It doesn't really cook in it, but then I flip it over and it gets real messy in the pan with the bacon and the fat. I love it. I never get tired of it. And then I put a slice of the hickory smoked organic Gouda from Whole Foods on top of that. And that is my meal for the day. There's also 1 tablespoon of green onions chopped up in all of that mess on the bottom. And that just works for me. Clearly, it's my go-to. You hear me talk about it where I have it a couple times a week. And Greg goes, I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how you can eat the same thing every day. I don't know. Because it's great. That's why. So, what grade would you give yourself about how you do your program? Is it something that you look at often and make little itty-bitty tweaks that give you the desired effect, either after you're eating, satiation, you know, you're not crazy in the bathroom with things that used to really bother you? How are you with keto-fying things? Is it still something that you do? Are you comfortable with it? My keto pizza is a keto-fi, but that's it. Are you working on giving up something? Do you rip the Band-Aid off, or do you kind of pull it real gently, maybe even put some Vaseline to just make it a little bit easier? How do you deal with your grade for your keto plan? Is it a work in progress? I like that. Well, have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. PayPal donations are always welcome. It helps me continue because when I'm doing interviews and videos and all this kind of stuff, I'm not doing a job, right? So it just helps, and I appreciate it so much. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you the next time. I'll probably be here. You?